Hey everybody, this is TJR. Tonight I went to Amoeba Records for the first time since the lockdowns. For a while there, Amoeba Records was closed, and of course they also were, for a while there, in the middle of a transition. They were moving. They've moved to a new location. So this is not only my first time back after the lockdowns, but also my first time seeing the new location. Amoeba Records, of course, in Los Angeles is probably one of the most well-known record stores in the whole world. And they're not exactly in my neighborhood. They are in LA County. I'm in Orange County. I would say that there are a lot more local record stores that I'm always going to go to first because they're just a lot closer. But Amoeba isn't so far away that I won't every now and again make a trip up there. So the new location, I've got to admit, it looks really cool. It is smaller than the old location, but it's still big in spite of that. I think that the old location was so massive that when you walked in there, it could be overwhelming, just the size of it. And sometimes, you just weren't sure where to start. I actually kind of preferred this smaller location. It was easier to look around, see things, find what I was looking for. But otherwise, it's the same great store it's always been. So I'm going to show you some of what was picked up here. Some of this I got for myself. Some of this Superfan picked up for herself. In fact, we're going to start out with something that Superfan got here. And I'm going to show you this here. This is from U2 here. And I had never seen this before. U2 Vertigo, it says here. And let's take a look at here. This is this alive?
No, it's remixes of the song Vertigo, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But my understanding is there were 3 of them there. Somebody grabbed one. The other one that I didn't take was $25.99. This one was $15.99.
Huh.
But it was labeled as a promotional only.
Yeah. This one's not.
This one is not, but the packaging was identical. Everything was identical.
Wow. And they've got this taped up. I assume, they've kind of got it sealed. I assume, is this new or, this is used because I see the yellow label. So this is used, right?
Well, promotional copies are considered used. Promotional.
Okay. One thing I noticed
items.
While I was there is a lot of used albums that were sealed up. And they usually were pretty high priced, which was telling me these are in really good condition, so we're sealing them up. So you have to take it on faith. They don't want you to open it there in the store. They don't want a bunch of people handle it because it's in really nice condition, and they're figuring the person that wants it wants to keep it that way, the person that's eventually going to buy it. So you just take them on their word that it's in good shape. And they have really good staff there, so I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, we've never had any issues.
Yeah, never. Do you want to open this up here and so that I can show it? And well, meanwhile, I'll show the rest of what I picked up here. But that was Superfan's one record purchase, although she did buy some other stuff. I'm going to show what I picked up here. Let me just pull these out here. So first of all, Robert Plant's Shaken and Stirred. This was his 3rd album. Of course, I have this on CD, but I've never owned it on vinyl. In fact, when it first came out, I actually got it on cassette. And recently I picked up Robert Plant's first album on vinyl. Once again, never owned it on vinyl, only had it on CD. And these are both, if not original pressings, close to. But here's the inside jacket here. And there we go, front and back cover. I'm curious to hear how this sounds. When I picked up the copy of Pictures at 11, definitely the vinyl record, which was an 80s pressing, definitely it sounded better than the CD I had. Of course, the CD I had was an early pressing of the CD. I know there's a remastered version that might sound better, but I don't have that. So I'm kind of curious to see how this compares. I really liked this 3rd Robert Plant album. I think was his last album with Robbie Blunt as a guitarist, which was a shame. I really liked his guitar a lot. But this is the one, I'm having trouble getting this to go in there. I'm gonna have to pay closer attention. But this is the one where Robert Plant's sound really started to depart from Led Zeppelin. And he really became 80s sounding without sounding like a sellout. Even though he was very 80s and very synth sounding on this album, it was still incredibly unique and eclectic sounding. And definitely what I would say, not Zeppelin, but yet at the same time, it just had that kind of adventurousness of Zeppelin. It's hard to explain. I probably will talk about this album at some later time. Over here, Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Armed Forces, depending on which cover you want to show. And another one, actually I used to have this on vinyl a long time ago, back when it first came out. It's fun to see this here. I haven't seen any of this in a long time. But I have it on CD. When I originally got this, it came with a 45, a little 45 that had him playing live at Hollywood High. Of course, this didn't have it. I knew it when I picked it up, but I still wanted to kind of hear this on vinyl and compare it to the CD and just kind of see what I thought. And let's see, is this one going in easier? This one's going in easier, okay. Lastly, I found this, the Cars, Candio. And recently, Robert and I got back to our top 100 songs of all time. And Robert's a big fan of the Cars. He really likes them a lot. I mean, I like them too, but I only know them for their hits. I've never really given their albums any a serious listen. And Candio has a song, well, this album, it has a couple songs that I know I really like, but Candio, the title track, is a real favorite of mine. Not just from the Cars, but just a song that I've always really dug. And so I thought, you know something? I'm going to just pick this one up. I'm going to listen to this album for the first time. And yeah. And it was, like I said, these are all used records, so they're fairly affordably priced. And once again, I feel pretty good about the staff at Amoeba. I don't think this, this does have a jacket. For a second there, I thought it didn't. Jacket's kind of munched there, but like I said, this is used stuff. And you can't expect the moon and the stars. But I looked at these. The vinyl itself looked very good. The record, it looked really, really good. Just needed to be cleaned a bit, just dusted off mainly. And so there we go. The Cars Candio. So do we want to take a look at this U2 item? Had you ever heard of this before?
No, I hadn't. And it does say on there, I noticed when I was looking at it that it didn't have a barcode. It does now, I see, say that it is a promo-only item.
Oh, wow, okay. I guess that's why...
And it's
you had never heard of it.
Good heavy vinyl.
Because you're such a big U2 fan.
Well, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Bigger fan than me.
I long ago gave up trying to have everything because there's no way you can.
There we go.
Although I think I do have a version of every song that there is. So.
Okay. This is, I'm having a little trouble getting it out, so I don't want to mess it up right here on camera, so I'm just going to pull it out that far. But very neat. Kind of a cool little thing. And, if you're, I'm a U2 fan too, but I wouldn't say I'm as serious as you. But like I said, I totally understand because there are things that I get really serious about that for me, if it was another group, I'd be getting this. And,
promo things are hard to come by, especially U2 promo things.
You have a lot of unique U2 promo items from the 80s because you worked in a record store at that time.
Yeah.
That I don't think too many people have. And I think someday we should do a video where we show those and talk about those promo items because they're really unique and cool.
Yeah.
The ones you have, yeah.
So you can do that. Some of them are packed away, though. A lot of them are packed away.
Okay, well, if we get a chance, we'll see what happens. But that's it for the records. We do have a couple other items to show. Superfan got these for herself. But I want to show them because I think they're cool. So first of all, we have here Pride Mickey, Rainbow Mickey. And I was such a dork when she showed this to me. I just saw that he was multicolored, and I was like, I thought maybe he was psychedelic Mickey. Shows
well,
you
that would be cool too.
It would be, but it shows you what I know, how naive and dorky I am, that I didn't understand what this was here when I looked at it. In fact, in the light, I noticed the green first. I thought maybe he was Martian Mickey.
That also would be cool.
But this is Pride Rainbow Mickey. So there we go. This, and then she picked up this too. She picked up.
I don't know which one's better, to be honest.
Why? This is Mr. Rogers, and very cool. You've picked up a couple of really unique Funkos. You've got an Alfred Hitchcock one in black and white. That's very, very cool. And this is Mr. Rogers here. There we go.
Well, you can't talk
And
about him without showing him.
he is holding on to a trolley train. There we go. Okay, so she said, I got to show him. This is Alfred Hitchcock. We didn't get this on this trip, but she got this. And he is just the coolest. Alfred Hitchcock in glorious black and white, preserved forever as a Funko figure.
And Amoeba is a very conveniently located right across the street from the Hollywood Funko store.
There you go. There's
where
the tie-in.
you can go and create your own Funko.
Create your own Funko. I guess so. I could make if I went there, I could make a Funko of myself.
You could.
I wouldn't want that, to be honest. I don't think I'd want that at all. But that's cool. But it might be a cool thing to actually make a Funko for, like, as a gift to someone, you know, to give it to them. I think that might be cool.
Yeah, that would be.
Anyways, so once again, that was the trip to Amoeba. First time since lockdown. Looking forward to going there again. And anyways, though, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to do the YouTube things. Click like, click subscribe, smash the bell notification icon. And talk to y'all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.